we will be talking about AI agents, everything cutting edge regarding AI, and hopefully we learn something new about developing AI agents, generally where the market is heading and what can we expect from the future unfolding of this AI uncertainty. So, we'll build AI-powered business autopilots. You know that since now we've been talking a lot about copilots. More and more we are transitioning towards autopilot paradigm. So this is kind of in line with that. And we developed a solution called Autorun. With Infobip integration, we can do pretty cool stuff. So, first, a little bit about me. So I started coding when I was a kid. I'm CTO of Rearm. We are a strong technical team of 13 engineers trying to disrupt the market a little bit, have fun in the process, and be on the cutting edge side of the AI spectrum. Okay, so before we dig in deeper into the technical topics, a little bit of engagement for the audience. How many of you are actively employed as developers right now? Okay. I expected slightly more since this is developer conference, but how many of you are on the management side of things? Okay, cool. And who of you is using AI mostly every day? Okay, great. So I think it's important then to talk a bit on what's hype and what's reality, what can actually be done, and what is kind of marketing gimmick that's trying to improve startup valuations and shift the investment market a bit. You can see that everybody is using AI pretty much. And I don't think that since the invention of transistor, we had this kind of disruption where everybody is so afraid about losing jobs or about end of the world. Everybody is talking about Terminators, what's going to happen next. Although we need to be cautious about everything that's going on, we also need to distinguish as product builders, service implementers, how can we deliver an amazing service or build a great product in this current market, how to align in the landscape. So we need to go back to basics. We are going to do a very old exercise that's called putting ourselves in shoes of customer. Because that way we can identify what are the intrinsic values that we are trying to implement onto the client. Either it is saving time, improving efficiency, creating additional value, creating profit, and so on. So yeah, let's try to put ourselves into the shoes of a person who wants to open a t-shirt print shop. So you know all these when you put your t-shirts, signs, and then there are a lot of shops that do that. How do we start? Sorry. We start probably at this current landscape by chatting with OpenAI, ChatGPT or something. How do I start my business? And then you have some legal stuff that you need to do and so on. You can start on your own, a little bit with Excel sheets, move on and so on. But at some point, we will, actually pretty quickly, we'll get into troubles. So very soon, we'll have more than 10 Excel sheets. Probably 3 or 4 SaaS subscriptions, either something like HubSpot for CRM or, I don't know, Jira for project management, or tasks, orders, and so on. So soon we will get into data chaos. We won't know where is my data, in which spreadsheets, in which tools, how do I generate reporting, analytics, and so on. We'll have a lot of manual tasks. Okay, this also works, cool. So we'll have a lot of manual tasks that we'll need to repeat all the time, every day, pretty much all the time. And we'll have to hire more people to do this because it's not really impactful aspect of the business. It's more like something that needs to be done. So we are trying to find a solution in AI. That's why we built Autorun. Autorun is a platform that enables our customers and also developers to build tailored business management applications, something like CRMs, ERPs, anything in between, and then also to automate our business processes using very, what we call customer readable code. It's, in a nutshell, it's a workflow or uh, flow chart type of development, which is popular with kids, with Legos. But it's kind of getting back into the fashion because it's so accessible everywhere that everybody wants to be a developer. So tools need to adjust, developer experience need to adjust. And third component is AI employees. So AI employees is a bit scary part where we are actively trying to replace our employees or make them 10x better. I'm more of a feeling that we are not replacing them. We are really empowering our current employees that they do more, and we'll see how we can do that. So the first step, let's say we have 5 or 10 Excel sheets, we have a couple of apps and so on. First step will be to build an app. Let me toggle back to video to show how that looks like. Now we logged in into Autorun platform. Just a brief summary on what's here. So we have apps, agents, data, and some reference points. Let's build an app. We start by clicking new application, and then we talk to AI that we want to build. The prompt is very simple. I own a t-shirt printing shop where I design and produce custom t-shirts for customers. After that, our AI assistant will offer a few suggestions what can be done, such as order management. We need to track and manage customer orders, including order status and details. We need, of course, inventory management. We need to know how many t-shirts do we have, which sizes, which colors, what designs do we have, and also customer management. How do we build a relationship with customers? Because we don't want another CRM. We want everything in a single app. Okay, so next step, we need to name the application. We do some funny thing for the demo. And then we are prompted for a bit more details because obviously it's not that simple. We need some business processes, such as sending order confirmation emails, generating invoices, and so on. And specific alerts if the stock is low. Like if we have no more t-shirts on our stock, we want to know as soon as possible. Okay. We have more clarification going on from the agent. And finally, we get a specification. This is similar, but in a very more distilled format. How do we usually build software? First, we do audit with our clients, and then we build a specification. Based on specification, we develop an app. This is a more simple version of it, but we still got some features, pages, processes, and so on. We click build. Now this part is a bit sped up. We have our agents dancing. And during this process, we are building pretty much everything. Database model, backend, front-end charts. We are also inserting some sample data, so your charts don't look so sad and empty right after you build it. And yeah, processes at the end. Usually this lasts for minute and a half, and we logged in. We got our app, we got the dashboard with some regular stuff. Of course, we can prompt deeper and get more specific stuff, but this is what we got out of the box. We got order status distribution, what's processing ready to deliver, delivered, inventory stock level by color. Not sure why AI concluded that's important, but I can see somebody wanting that feature as well. Okay, then the most important piece for our demo and for the whole automation will be orders. What we want to automate is is the whole process from getting an order from a potential prospect to delivery. And here's how our order list looks like. Just a bit of clicks around so you can see what we got generated here. Okay. Okay, so that's number one. We got our app. We can further refine it if we know how to code in React even better, because we can do all the stuff like custom components. If we know traditional Node.js, we can do custom functions on the backend, bind it to databases triggers, and it's all here on the toolbar. This is developer toolbar that you can use to toggle all these features. Okay, so first step is done. We got our app. Okay. Second step will be to build our agents that are going to proactively work in the app. You saw on the summary of the session, we will integrate Infobip, because agents, if they are just living inside the app, they are not that useful. They need to kind of speak with your customers, either through WhatsApp or SMS or email. So we will demonstrate exactly that. We'll build a couple of agents, put some work on them, and integrate Infobip to show how that works. Okay, another switch. Now this is a bit technical part. Who knows what MCP is? Okay, great. We'll just quickly demonstrate how we integrate MCP, Infobip MCP server with our new agent. Also, in 3:45, I think, in about an hour, you can also see it from Philip of Infobip on the main stage, how they do this. So let's create an order agent. The prompt is pretty simple. Agent handles customers' orders, ensures accuracy coordinates, and so on. We assign the category. Also, what's important is to specify which data access does agent have. We don't want agent to leak our information about some sensitive customer data to third parties. So we limited them just to have access to orders. And the instructions are to manage and process customer orders accurately, confirm order details, provide status updates, and collaborate with the finance team on billing, payment, and invoice-related issues. Now here's the MCP. For you who don't know what is MCP, it's getting a pretty silly analogy where it's an USB protocol for agents. So you can easily connect various agents and make them talk between and collaborate. This is a 1-minute integration that you can do with any MCP server. Here we selected Infobip SMS, and then we need Infobip API key, paste it here. You can see that we got all the features fetched. And now we go back into the app. Let's see how the agent works. Okay, so this is, let me stop at the end. This is a very simple use case. We'll get more into details and more complex use cases. But here we retrieved orders from the database, executed MCP tool to send SMS message to myself, uh, and then just to give a confirmation. So that's the integration part. Now we are moving further with agents, and we will create. Actually, let's see it from the WhatsApp perspective. Now we can deploy it on the platform, and it's connected to WhatsApp. So here is how it looks like. We are again owner of a t-shirt printing shop, and this is our assistant. Let's imagine a situation where we are on a meeting and somebody wants to buy t-shirts from us. Standard way, of course, is to open the app and click through and add more t-shirts and create orders. Now we just need to ask our agent on WhatsApp to do it. So this is an example, also similar to what was before. Send me a list of all the orders with their properties and all the data. And again, example that I was talking about, to add a sample order to the database. We can do stuff like, I don't know, add me a black t-shirt, this and this size, and notify customer. Okay, more agents. Now we will switch on to support agent. Okay, so okay. Now let's create a support agent. And I think support agents are very important because they are kind of the easiest appliance of agents. They can do a lot. I mean, if you think about what humans usually do on support, they know all the context about the company, they know their SOPs, they know how their processes function, and also they have access to the database of the business. So it's a very trivial thing to replace, especially with Infobip, to automate that piece. So again, new agent. This one will be support agent. Also a friendly agent. Don't forget to say thank you to ChatGPT always and say that they are friendly. Okay, this prompt is also very simple. By the way, if you guys want to see all the prompts and how this works more deeper, feel free to come to our booth so we can go through all the details. Okay. Okay, we have a new agent. Now we are switching to WhatsApp. And let's say now we are the customer. And we are contacting t-shirt print shop to place an order. So we want to print some custom t-shirt. The temper and classical, actually, the more narrowed focus of the agent can be completely tweaked through system prompts. Infobip is doing something pretty interesting with more complex agents that can go through states and shift between states in the process. But for something like this, you can see that let's do 25 in black, mix size. Agent suggests, okay, let's do 25 t-shirts. Color black, size is mixed. A bit more questions. And then customer wants to know how long will it take for those t-shirts to print. Then we have two options, standard or rush delivery. So we picked standard, total cost is 300, and then it gets added into the database. Therefore, our process is now complete. One more thing that is missing on the process that we can add further is just to notify us, okay, new order has been placed. But that's, again, relatively trivial with Autorun. Okay, let's go back to the slides. So we went through the very quickly went through the simple automation, simple autopilot of t-shirt printing business. Of course, this is not the end. This is just an initial draft that we can do quickly in like 10 minutes and get a starting point, start receiving our orders, start seeing some analytics on the dashboard, build a couple of agents for support, for getting an order, for getting our own AI assistant to provide us with some data on what we need. But the third step is where developers jump in, and that's to fully refine the solution for a particular client. So, as I mentioned before, from custom components, pages, databases, functions, everything can be done using the standard approach, so classical development, or it can be done by using chat on the sidebar to access all of these features. When we are working with clients, we pretty much often do the manual stuff as we want to make sure that everything is stable and everything works properly. Okay, do we have any questions so far?